So what's going on, guys? My name is MrDalekJD. Welcome back to another video where today we're going to be showing you a new moon Easter egg inside of Zombie Chronicles, which lets you know that within this version of Moon, not specifically the Black Ops 1, but this Black Ops 3 version, I'm pretty confident that this is a different timeline completely to the original, and we have an Easter egg which links Eisendrache and Moon directly. Now, we know that these two maps were already linked before in the past because you can see different screens in Eisendrache of Griffin Station, as well as seeing images of Griffin Station being discovered and built from Maxis's projector. But the new Easter egg in Moon is that if you go to the labs on the first and second floor, we have quite a few newspapers which are the exact ones that we create inside of Eisendrache through this small mini Easter egg. They change from a newspaper which just simply states huge parade in London, and then it changed to reports of zombie attacks in London, officials not confirming, to finally zombie attack in the heart of London. Now what's funny is in Eisendrache we blow up the moon. I'm sure all of you guys know in the end of the Easter egg we blow up the moon. Now this confirms that of course we're not in that same timeline, because of course we are playing on the moon and it's not blown up or anything like that, but it's still very strange that we have these newspapers still. So there is a timeline in some way, shape or form where Eisendrache exists and the events of Eisendrache happen, but also Moon stays completely intact and is coexisting with the same events that are changing on both Eisendrache, and seeing that being affected on Moon as well with these newspapers. So if you can explain why these newspapers from Eisendrache are now on the moon, please inform me in the comment section. I think we could get some very awesome theories in there. But if you don't have any idea what these newspapers are relating to, I released a video a few months ago about an Easter egg which was found during the Eisendrache release on Black Ops 3. And this involved you having the plunger melee weapon and killing a panzer to give the flaming plunger effect. And as you killed zombies by this table, you were teleporting these zombies somewhere, and presumably into this parade in London, because the newspaper headings continuously changed as more zombies were teleported. Now it's really curious, as this is one of the smaller minor Easter eggs that we've had throughout the entirety of Black Ops 3 Zombies, but it potentially has the most devastating effects to the story and timeline, because we are essentially teleporting zombies and affecting a real life historic event, and we're seeing that historic event update in real time via the newspaper changing. And rather than it just be the one newspaper that's changing in Moon, we have all three of them multiple times, which is just a massive reminder of the fact that we change history at some point, and that change is following us throughout all of time, regardless of what version of the characters we are playing as. But the fact that it's followed us to Moon with the Ultimus crew, when it doesn't seem to be the same exact timeline as the Black Ops 1 version of things, this is why it's even more weirder and strange to me. Now, Glitch and Queen put out a video earlier today explaining this Easter egg and looking at it from a different point of view rather than focusing on the fact that it's on Moon, and explaining why it was there in the first place. Now, this is all pure speculation from her half. We don't know how true everything she mentions is, but she mentions that she thinks this newspaper and the fact that it's changing and has very specific things in it all point to the fact that Revelations was the tease that this newspaper was supposed to be pointing towards. If you notice on the newspaper, we have shadows of evil looking zombies, and when we go into Revelations, those are the exact types of zombies we see throughout the entire map. As well as that, she points out that in the game's coding for Revelations, the spawn room is codenamed Sheffield, which is a city sort of near London. It's not close to it whatsoever, but the game files mention that the specific house in the spawn area is a field in Sheffield, which is very strange, and that can maybe explain that the zombie outbreak was moved to there and then they transferred over to London, travelling from Sheffield, or completely vice versa. And there's also mentions of chickens running loose, which was a direct reference to the cut Easter egg of the chicken Easter egg inside of Revelations, which was supposed to be a lot like the spider bait, where we could play as chickens. So it seems like Treyarch were trying to do some foresight back in DLC 1, teasing us about DLC 4, but why these newspapers are back again on Moon, it really doesn't make any sense. We've not seen any sort of mention of a London map within any of these DLC maps, regardless of them being Zombie Chronicles or not. So if that really was just a hint to throw at us towards Revelations, or if a London Zombies map is potentially what Treyarch have been teasing and still are in Moon for the future, is something we don't really know. But somehow Eisendrache and Moon are directly linked with each other now with this brand new remaster. Not only do we have these newspapers as well, but we have tons and tons of other stuff around in these labs which suggest that we definitely have links. There is a little magazine here of a cover which says American War Hero, which is a direct screenshot of the city that is below Eisendrache. What on earth is that doing on Moon? We have no real idea. And there's even a magazine booklet as well titled, well, I can't pronounce that. It's a German book, and it shows an image of the rocket from Eisendrache on the front. And we even have little papers to do with certain people that worked in Group 935, which again, you can all find in Eisendrache, which is just absolutely remarkable. Now, from a storyline perspective, it makes sense for why Treyarch are doing this, because Eisendrache and Moon are linked story-wise, because we literally communicate with the Moon several times during the Easter egg with Dr. Groff still on there, but we do indeed blow it up. And whilst it makes sense for them to add some of these things in to relate it to Eisendrache, because that's where a Group 935 facility is also based, it doesn't make sense why we have the newspapers there as well. But yeah, I thought that was a neat little Easter egg to show you guys. Treyarch trying to tie up even more storyline and make it align very nicely with the overall Black Ops 3 zombie storyline, because originally this sort of stuff did not exist in the Black Ops 1 version of Moon. But if you did enjoy the video, then be sure to drop it a thumbs up. Let me know your thoughts in the comment sections on how exactly these newspapers are here and what they could mean, and if you thought this Easter egg was cool. And make sure to subscribe, because we have a lot of awesome content like this coming up, as well as loads of live streams, high rounds, Easter egg runs, all that great stuff. So be sure to subscribe. I'll catch you next time.